Hey guys, I just finished the intro video for my channel. I just kind of want to go over week 1 and 2. It's already started into week 3, so I'm a little behind on these things. Anyways, week 1 was not too bad. I had a lot to think about when I was in the emergency room, and so that really has held me over, and I've found that the reason I have failed every time at every diet I've ever done is I haven't had I don't want to call it gumption, but I haven't had the fortitude and something to really pinpoint my focus on. You know, you would think that being healthy would be it, but you know, everything motivates everybody differently, right? Anyway, so it made week 1 very easy, honestly, for me. I watched some really good other YouTube videos and things like this, and on Dr. Barry, he does great carnivore videos. He had a woman on, sorry, I cannot remember her name, and she said something that really hit home to me that people ask her all the time is eating carnivore, it's so restrictive. You know, why do it? And she said being overweight was more restrictive than anything she could do with what she eats. And that really struck a chord because being overweight, especially this overweight, it's like binding. It's literally like having boulders sitting on you, and to do the simplest task is just either painful or exhausting. And I don't say that for sympathy, it's just more of a reality of some people will disagree with what I'm doing right now. And as I said before, this is not for everybody. I have done so much that hasn't worked, and this is my end of the rope here, you know, the end of the line. If this doesn't work, then I absolutely know what I'm facing is a slow, then faster, than fast, miserable death. You know, I've worked in healthcare, and I've seen what type 2 diabetes does to people's limbs with uncontrolled diabetics and, you know, high blood pressure and things like this. I know what it does, and I don't want to do that to my husband. I don't want to do that to my family, and that's when I just realized what I was doing. It's just been very selfish. I put what I wanted in that moment, my emotional needs in that moment, ahead of my future, others' futures, others' emotions. And, you know, that's really held fast to me. So it's making this very much easier for me than I think previously, when I realized I was just in my own little world of pity, self-pity of all the terrible things that's happened to me. And I've been carrying that pity and, you know, that baggage around. And I finally decided to start to let go of that, and that change is necessary. Anywho, I digress. Week 1, pretty easy. However, like 4 or 5 days into it, terrible diarrhea. Anytime you have a radical diet change, this happens. I mean, every diet I've ever done, this happens. It's just, it is what it is. The bacteria in our intestines are not happy with radical changes. And so just kind of live with that. You know, it's one of these, you wear brown pants and sit on a towel, or you go to the bathroom, and it's a go to the bathroom kind of situation. Don't do the brown pants wearing. No, it doesn't help. Anyways, so no real anything first week. Second week, still the saga of the diarrhea continued. Got a little bit better towards the end of the week. I have just been eating twice a day, and that is more because I just haven't been hungry. And so, yeah, twice a day. I'm not hungry, and sometimes I'm kind of having to make sure I'm eating. And I think part of it too is as my body gets further towards ketosis and better at burning the fat, then I have a lot of energy reserves stored on my body. So, you know, I don't need to be eating as much either. Week 2, nothing else notable that I can think of. Oh, I am still having some acid reflux. See, I would think that it's directly tied with the amount of fat I'm eating. However, one day I can eat an Italian sausage, like from Whole Foods, and I have no problems. No, none, nothing. And then later in the day, I ate, I believe, half a steak, and I had terrible indigestion for 3 hours, maybe 4. And I just couldn't figure it out. So some of the research that I've done is that because of the standard American diet, the SAD diet, our stomach acid doesn't have as low of a pH as it should, and we don't produce as much stomach acid. It can cause issues when you're eating things that require more acid to break it down, like proteins, versus simple sugars and carbs. They break down very easily. And so I'm hoping that over time this will go away. I mean, this is something I'm just gonna have to track and see. I actually have an appointment on August 1st with my physician. I'm going to do my best to get his buy-in with me on this instead of having him roll his eyes at me, but you know, we'll see. I do want to make sure I end up getting my blood work checked every 3 months. So 1, for health reasons, and 2, just to be able to really effectively track what's going on. Currently I'm taking, every Sunday I'm doing my weight. Monthly I'm doing photos and measurements. And every morning I'm taking my fasting blood sugar. And that's all actually on my blog if you want to follow that and track it. And let's see, so week 2, no other big issues. I have noticed I can move around a little bit easier. You know, just small things like the stairs. My knees actually don't hurt going down the stairs anymore. I mean, I still have a really long way to go for not to hurt at all, but to the point where I wanted to avoid them because I live in a 3-story house and I am currently in the top floor. And anywho, and my goal is this week to start doing a short walk every day. I currently have to use a rollator. If you want to know what that is, you can just Google it, but it is a walker with 4 wheels and a seat. And the reason being is I have severe back pain. Severe. I'm not sure exactly when I injured it. I don't know if it's just solely weight related. I mean, fingers crossed it is, because if I lose weight, it'll resolve it. I really do at some point need to have it looked at, but here's the reality of it. If it is something structurally wrong with my low back, I don't think it's a viable option to have surgery at my weight. I don't even know if I could survive the surgery, so that's also driving me with this. Anyways, so currently I have to use that. I am hoping in another 20 to 30 pounds, I can say c'est la vie to it, put it up and start walking, you know, as far as I need to. If I need to take a break, I can sit on the ground. I mean, I can currently right now, but the back pain gets so severe after walking for honestly just a few minutes. I can push through it and make it like 2-3 blocks right now, but that's really pushing the pain. I sit down after I've rested a couple minutes. It's just like rinse and repeat. I can do the same thing, but at these intervals I have to sit down because the pain is excruciating. I mean, so bad that I would push somebody out of their chair to sit down. I hate to say that. I'm a nice person most of the time. Anyways, and so that's my goal for this week. You know, just keep eating the same thing. My husband keeps wanting to push more fish, which should do. I am making sure that I am doing like iodized salt. I actually have some really good documents and articles and videos on my blog for carnivoresme.com. And yeah, so if you want more information about that or think that I am nutritionally starving myself, it's very eye-opening because I actually thought the same thing until I looked into how much nutrients there are in meat and ways you can make sure that you are getting enough. So anyways, that is the update for now, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.